Hello learners, so today we are going to solve the question number 205 of Leet code, which is isomorphic strings. So it's an easy question. So the topics are hash table and strings. Okay, so what do you mean by isomorphic? No two characters may map to the same character, but a character may map to itself. If you are from maths background, you know like mapping, like one set is mapping to the another sets, right? Like the mapping means the E is mapped to A, G is mapped to D, like that. So isomorphic, like the each character must have only one mapping, right? So E has only mapping to A and G has only mapping to D. Even the another G has only mapping to D, which means the same. Okay, and even the A should map to E and D should map to G. A should not map to any other character and D should not map to any other character, and vice versa. Okay, so the output will be true if they are isomorphic. Else, like you can see here, F is mapped to B, which is a unique, then O is mapped to A, right? But O is also mapped to R. Like you can see, one character is mapped to two characters in the another set. Okay, so therefore the output will be false, like they are not isomorphic. Even if you check from T to S, B is mapped to F, which is unique character, but A is mapped to O and O is also mapped by R, right? So therefore the output will be false, like they are non-isomorphic. Okay, so same case follows over here. Like P is mapped to T and P and another P is mapped to T. Okay, so therefore the P is mapped to only T, therefore the isomorphism validates. Okay, so let's get ahead to the solving problem. Like they are told to use the topics of hash table and strings, which are much compatible. Okay, so let's start doing. Like we have the two inputs, that is string S and string T. Okay, so in these questions we have to first handle the base case. So what will be the base case over here? So as you can see here in the isomorphic string, the main thing is both the strings must have the same length, right? If the length increases, like if it's egg and another word is like add I, so G is mapping to D and E is mapping to A, but I does not have any mappings. Therefore if the length of the strings are different, then the obviously the strings are not isomorphic. So we will handle that case first. So I will take the length of S and it is not equal to T dot length. Okay, if the lengths are not equal, then what we will return is return false. Why we are returning false, right? The method is boolean type, so boolean accepts true or false, therefore we are returning false, right? Because the condition is failing, right? So now we will create one hash table to store the characters of each string. Like each string we will take one character and store it in our hash table. Okay, so I will create an hash table with the characters. Okay, some spelling problems, no, right, character, right? Then I will give the variable name as ht, then new hash table. Okay, all good. So our hash table is created now. So I have to iterate through these strings and take each character and add it to the hash table. So for that I will use the loop, that is for loop. I will take it from int int I is equal to 0, and I will run it till the s dot length, that I will increment it I plus plus, right? So now what I have to do is I have to check if each character is mapping to some unique character, right? So I will try to map foo and bar, right? So I will write if condition over here. In this if condition, um, so let's before writing the if condition, we have to add it, right? So in the ht, like in the hash table, I will put, so put will write put will add the characters. So yes dot char at of I am adding the ith character in the put of yes, of the string yes. Then I will add the p dot caret of I. Okay, so I am putting the current character of s and the current character of t. Like this they will be mapped. But when it comes to second O, it will take the t as character. The keys must be unique, right, in the hash table. So key will be unique, but and it will update the value of O as r, right? So because of that, there will be no checking of isomorphism. So before putting the value in the hash table, we have to check the condition, right? Like if the isomorphism validates or not. So for that reason I will use the if condition and I will check it. So just see, if I have an character O, let's take it from O. If my current iteration is on second O, right? If my current iteration is on second O, and if my second O already has, like if my O has already some value, okay, if now my O has value of A, if it is not equal to the current iteration of the T, right? Current iteration of T is R, right? So then we can tell like it is non-isomorphic. Maybe you got my point. Like if I am currently on the third index, okay, second index of both the strings, and I am checking like if my current key is O and my current key is already having some value which is A, if it is not equal to the current character of the string T, then return false, right? So to get the key, I will write like ht hash table dot contains key of my current character in string yes, right? And if my hash table has already value of current character of I, to get the value we use the get method. If you have read the hash tables, maybe you know it. And I will check the current character of the string T. If they both are not equal, then return false. That's it. Yes, that's good to go. If this for loop successfully exits, then I will return as true, right? If it does not returns false, then if and the loops completes its iterations, then the then the strings are isomorphic, right? But the thing is, we are doing it only for the one string, okay? Like we are doing only in one way, like we are mapping from S to T, but we are not mapping from T to S. So we have to write the mappings from T to S. So both so the same things I can just copy and paste. Like for it is STS, then I will take it from T to S. I will just give it as HTT, Then I will copy this and I will just replace HTTP. Okay. From here I will take it as t.char of I, t.char of I, then at the current, yes, then I will just put the values in HTTP, which is t.char of I and then s.char of I. So let's run the program and see if our logic works. Hash table, couldn't find symbol. Why? Import java.util.star. Okay, so importing statement I have to give. Okay, so I can see here all the three cases are passed. So let's submit the program. Okay, so it took little bit of more time, but let's analyze the complexity. It's big of n. Okay, fine. So that's my time here. I will try to uh, improve this solution. Okay, let's meet you in the next question. Bye bye.